Hi, my name is Hector Pineda. I'm a software developer, and today we're going to talk about how we can use AI and some personal introspection to find an adequate career path for you. Now, I'm no stranger to just being in the shoes of switching careers, switching jobs, switching majors. That's something that I did through most of my 20s again, because jobs, classes, whatever, they weren't a good fit, they weren't interesting, they weren't engaging. So this is going to be a pretty neat solution that you'll be able to take advantage of now, at a very low cost, pretty much for free. And it's going to leverage what your personality is like, and new tools like ChatGPT. So let's get to that. So this is going to be a pretty quick overview. I do have a more detailed tutorial. It's a little bit longer, and it's going to walk you through how to do all the steps if you get stuck on any of these. But this is just going to be a very quick overview on what we're going to do. Cool. So the main tools we're going to use are going to be ChatGPT. That's the AI tool everybody's been talking about this year. It is free. You can make a free account. You can use Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. And then where you're going to take your assessments, your personality test is going to be in Truity. So the gist of all this is going to be that we're going to get some data on your unique personality profile, right? So who you are as a person in terms of the Myers-Briggs test. If you haven't heard of that, that's great. You should definitely take this test and get a little more insight on the kind of personality you have. And then we're also going to do a career aptitude test just to delve into more detail as far as what kind of jobs or work would be a good fit for you, right? Once we create this, then we're going to take some job market data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And the reason we're going to do that is not only do we want to find a job that's a good fit for you, we want something that's in the salary range that you like, and also something that's in pretty decent demand, right? So we take your personality profile, we take the job market data, we're going to give it to ChatGPT, the AI, to analyze it and give us a report. And it's going to give you a very nice, very detailed report on the career paths that you could potentially do good in, right? Cool. So just a little more. So these are the 3 steps we're going to walk through, right? You're going to take your tests, you're going to download and clean the data, and then we're going to ask ChatGPT, about what you need to do. So again, for your test, it's going to be in the Truity.com website, and they do have, different tests, but we're going to focus on the TypeFinder and also the career aptitude test. Once you finish these, it's going to ask you if you want to receive the results through email. You can click yes. That's the part that you do kind of have to pay for. But again, if you've never taken that, or you just haven't taken one in a long time, it's definitely worth it. Through email, you're going to get some very long assessments. Again, that's going to be more info for you. We're not going to need to input all that to the AI. But yeah, so that's going to be step 1, right? You take your TypeFinder personality test and your career aptitude test. You're going to get some very long documents like this. And again, this is going to be more insight, more information for you. You can take the time to read these later on. You don't even really have to do this right now. You just need to take the quizzes. And again, for your career aptitude test, you also get this one too. Cool. So we're going to move on to your step 2, right? That's going to be downloading the job market data. We're going to get this from bls.gov. That's the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And on here, I'm just going to go to this part on the page. I'll leave the link in the description. We're going to download this Excel file. To open that, you can just do that on Google Drive. Open a new Google Sheets file. I already have it ready here. And let me see. And this is going to be what the file looks like. Now, the main thing you're going to have to do is we're going to clean this up. We're only going to focus on a few fields, right? First thing you are going to need to do, because again, this just, as you saw from the title, is this data on occupational employment and wage statistics. So there's a lot of, it's just a lot of data that we don't need. You do want to filter by state on this column For me, it's going to be Texas. And you do also want to filter out this column too, O group, just to have detailed. Now, the reason for that is because this column shows either the field and what the total compensation is for that field, and then the detailed jobs that are available in that field. So we just want individual job titles, right? So once we do that, the only columns we're going to copy are going to be this one, OCC title, that's occupation title, the jobs 1000, that's jobs per 1000, and the average mean, this is actually is the annual mean salary. So these are going to be the main three we're going to copy into a new sheet. And this is what it ends up looking like right here. And then I just for clarity, I renamed the columns occupation name, jobs for 1000, and mean annual salary. And then to clean it up a little bit more, we're only gonna keep the jobs that are between the salaries of 60,000 and I believe I did 200,000. So again, this narrows down the data you're going to be giving the AI to a lot less, right? So again, that completes our step 2. We downloaded the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Again, that's just to have actual information on what jobs are out there, what the job availability is, and what the annual salary is. And we already know about the personality test you took from the test. And back to our original graph, right? We take those tests, we get your unique proof. You take those texts, you get your unique profile. We clean up the job market data that's most recent to as far as job salaries and jobs that are available right now in your state. And we're going to give it to ChatGPT and we're going to tell it to create a report, right? So for this step, this is going to be where we create the prompt, right? So it's going to be your prompt. Basically, we're telling ChatGPT to act as a career coach and want to do an analysis for you based on your personality type, the career aptitude test results, and then take the job market data that we cleaned up and find 3 best jobs or 3 jobs that would be the best fit for you. And again, it's going to then give us a report. It's going to have this information. It's going to have the title of the career that best fits, a general path you could take to doing that. It's going to give you other similar job titles. It's going to tell you information on notable people that have that job. It's going to tell you what the mean salary is, the average salary. It's going to tell you what the job availability is, and so on and so forth, right? So this data that we have, again, here we're going to put your personality type. You don't have to copy all this. We can just do, for me, right, that's ENTJ. We're going to put that in there. And actually, where you have this ready just for speed, the results from this page, you're only going to do probably like the first 2 pages. You're going to paste it in here. And then, well, your job market data, you do it here. So let's see. This information about you. And then, cool. This is all the data. Paste that in here. Cool, right? So we have a nice prompt. These are basically the directions for ChatGPT to know what to, what information to give you, right? And again, it's a very intelligent piece of software that is basically going to work as your career coach, right? And it's going to take everything it knows about your profile, your personality. It's going to take the data about the job market. It's going to take the data about your, career aptitude, what your likes and dislikes, what jobs are a good fit for you. It's going to be a nice report with 3 jobs that would make a good fit for you. So let's throw that in there. As you can see here at the bottom, it's writing it out and should be done. It is done. Oh, it's working on the 3rd one. Cool. So let's go back to number 1. So here's giving you a little overview about me. that I'm a persuasive idealist. That's from the Career Aptitude test, right? And then it goes on with the analysis. So number one occupation being marketing manager. It's telling us what the career path for that is. Other job titles. Cool, 138,000 a year. That's a good salary. Job availability. That's 2.3 jobs per 1,000. That's not bad at all. For 6 years, and then tells me why it's a good fit. Cool, another one. Management analyst, consultant. Same thing. Gives you a breakdown of why that's a good fit for me. Again, because that's what we told it to do in the original prompt, right, that we created when we put all the information. And three, political scientist. Again, salary, how readily available those jobs are, and a good fit. And you could probably ask it for two more, or anything you want. That's supposed to be a conversational AI, so you're supposed to be able to ask it questions and it replies. Again, it keeps on going, more information, right? Cool. And one last thing, when you look at the jobs per 1,000 metric on there that we saw on the Excel sheet, do keep in mind that the higher this number is right here, the more readily available there are jobs for this, right? Like here towards the top, you see registered nurses. I'm sure you've heard, that about nursing, how there's always a job, how, there's always hiring, how you should major on that. And that's true. There is high demand, and the average salary for that are good. Now, if you were to go to something at the very bottom, 0.003 out of 1,000 are things like agricultural engineers, astronomers, animal scientists, historians, like very niche jobs, very low job availability. So keep that in mind. A good rule of thumb for the current data set would be something in high demand would be anything with a 0.97 per 1,000 and above. Moderate, probably something that there's not too much of demand. You might have to move for a job. That would be between 0.08 and 0.97. And then something with really low availability. And that's where we're talking more about the starving artist kind of, jobs out there. Like you want to be a writer for a publication, you want to be, let's look at these. A writer for a publication, these that have a very low score for the jobs per 1,000. That's where, that's not, you do want to think carefully if you do decide with something like that has a low score. Again, lower job availability, hard to find a job, more likely we'll have to move. There's probably more of a likelihood that it won't pay as well either, just because of the competitiveness in it. People start trying to, I guess, bid each other down for the position. But yeah, that's an overview on how we can take AI, your personal profile, and create some, ideal career paths that would fit you as an individual, as a person. Again, this was just a short walkthrough on it. I'll leave the link for the longer step-by-step. If you want to see how to clean up the data, if you want to see a little more info on how to navigate that report, that's fine too. But I think this should be good enough. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, any suggestions, and let me know what your results are from your, career test and your, your profile once you get it into ChatGPT. I'd be more than happy to hear about those results, and hopefully it's helpful to you. Thank you.